Oh, hey, this is the final part about dub versus sub. And I want to say, I want to thank anyone who's been watching the other parts, but I want to just explain the last.
This is a mobile defense mission.
Or
you must deliver
talk
payloads
about,
and defend a number of locations while I break into the network.
Why people be hating on
Be
dub.
prepared for heavy resistance.
Or be hating on why
you.
people speak English as much. Because my English is really bad. Okay, but anyways, let's get on with it. As I was be explaining, people are people. That's all I can say. Not much to be changed about humankind itself. Freedom of speech is kind of stupid now.
Ready your weapon.
Like seriously. Most people take advantage of what they want. Just because they all right.
The location
just feel like they have to hear themselves talk sometimes. But you know, freedom of speech can be a real bitch. But let's get on to the point where, how do you know if it's bad or not? Well, you could probably tell it's bad if the voice acting doesn't really be on sync, or you be straight up telling other people, why the hell not? It's so terrible. But I could say this. I personally can find it irritating to say the voice acting is terrible. Reasons? If the English voice acting is terrible, I can't even bother to understand how good the Japanese voice acting is. And I don't know how people could get so attached to Japanese voices if half the Americans over here are just pulling out, I don't know, don't even understand what they're saying. Just straight up. Half, probably 75% of the fan base for the Japanese sub is like, oh, who's gonna be watching sub now? Almost everybody, because they feel like apparently it's so good that they can't live without it. Well, the good thing about America is we could watch some stuff that other people can't. Because you have to remember, there's some countries that don't allow like international stuff. But beyond that, we should be happy people love dub, because then we'll just be sticking with one language. And I know half of you are like, then we should just be doing that. Well, probably no way, dipshit. We're not gonna just straight up abandon the language we speak for like I don't know how many years, and you're gonna be like, well, Japanese people, well, people could just get used to it, or they can change or adapt to it. Well, fartard, I like to see you try to change the whole country to speaking one language. But then again, that means other people who come from a different country and have to learn English for no apparent reason are gonna have to learn a different language. I don't see the concept of why one language could hurt all. And I know half of you are like, well, I wish I could be, you know, Japanese, or it would have been better if I was born Japanese. Well, you're an asshole, because probably your parents love each other, and what if, and I hate to say, most of you aren't really Japanese, so yeah, kind of asshole. And I know what half of you are thinking. So, what gives you the right to say all this? Well, I have no right to say anything at all, because freedom of speech is something I use. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. Getting too literal, because how most people get angry over little stuff and mistranslations or translations getting dubbed. But my main point is, why do we have to adapt to a new language when we could just listen to the language we speak? And I know half of you are thinking, well, why does it matter? Well,
This will only get more difficult.
it doesn't, in a way,
Get
but
to a
it does matter
terminal
to those
and
who
prepare for
ends up
enemy
picking on other
resistance.
people for the language they speak.
You are surrounded by Grenier Marines.
Heck, if you speak Japanese, good for you, but if you speak Japanese and English, perfect. You're good to go. No one cares anymore, unless you're trying to get a job. But if you've gone to the part where you literally have to be... Oh my god. How can you even watch that? Well, you're the sucker, because it's gonna get dubbed whether you like it or not. Besides, if you just rather watch it in Japanese, okay, that's your issue, not mine. I'd rather watch it in English dub. Besides, the only possible way you couldn't stand the English voice acting is unless, you know, you're just like, fuck this and fuck that. Not like, not for me though. If the anime's really good, I would watch it Japanese and dub. Sub and dub. Because the anime's that good and it pulls me into watching it more. But if you don't like it, then why you're watching it? If you think the voice acting for the English dub is terrible, then you should reconsider how the voice acting is for the Japanese one. Or, you know, sub. Because we all know sub is absolutely the worst. Oh wait, scratch that, it's dub. Because everyone loves subs, the Japanese language is so perfect. Nah, nah, nah. Ooh, I'm gonna eat some rice balls or yum yum yum. And I'm being totally racist. I know that. But can you really blame me? Besides, half of you don't even have an education. And half of you are just end up rambling about how one language is better than the other. And I know where you're thinking, we're not saying that. Well, you are if you're bringing up the fact that, oh,
You are on the sensors
why are they
now.
speaking
You've been
in
detected.
English? They're so terrible. And if there are people who end up speaking Japanese and try to listen to the dub and they say it's terrible, well, geez, you're a jerk too. And I know what you're thinking, so it's my opinion. Okay, but if you literally have to go out of your way just to post it on the internet and show your comment saying, I hate this stuff, why did they make it? Well, what are you doing? Like, what are you literally doing on the internet? You can't literally just be telling me that you're going on the internet just to be like, oh hey, this looks interesting. I can't believe they did this. Report, comment, dislike. Because come on, there's many haters in this world. In fact, it's
Alarms
really,
have
really
been
fun.
reset.
Some people can hate for no reason. Some choose to hate for many reasons. And a lot of times, the hate doesn't even make sense. I know this because I lived through that hate. Most of my life is through hate. I'm not talking about like hating in a way where you're aggressive and all. Well, technically, yeah, it is. Hate can relate to many things and end to many things. But what is the real hate beyond that? Let's say, I don't know, you watch a video, you comment it, you like it. Or you watch a video, you comment, but you don't subscribe or like, but instead you unlike because you thought the video was kind of dumb or ridiculous. Well, yeah, that's what most people do nowadays, but half of the time it's stupid. Some people don't even hate for the right reasons, they hate for the dumb reasons. And how I know this? Look at most celebrities. Most of their music videos are ridiculous. And you guys watch it, so when you come stuff ridiculous, and heck, if you're comparing a kid show to an anime, then I don't know what you're doing. Like, you can't compare something else to another. You can't compare something to, like, for example, My Little Pony to Attack on Titans. There's no point. One Piece to my Hello Kitty. Makes no sense.
Find one and
Oh, I
patch
got a
me
better
in.
one. Death Note for Teletubbies. Yeah, because, you know, makes perfect sense. Why can't they resolve their feelings in talking or freaking dancing in the fields? Death Note's so terrible. Probably most of you see my point, but hate's hate, and there's a lot of hate. Even hate that doesn't even make sense itself.
They spotted
So,
you. Get ready for a
what are you
fight.
gonna do about it? Are you continue to hate, or do you want to be the ones who support people when watching the videos? Heck, I know probably no one watches my videos, or not that many people watches it, but I don't really care about who watches it or not.
Location reached.
Whoever
Drop me
watches
in
it,
and defend our
I
position.
thank you for watching it. I don't automatically assume that you're gonna get mad at me because I've done this
Here is a
reason.
terminal. Get me in.
And if I make terrible
Get ready to
videos,
defend.
well, I'm sorry. I don't seriously do 24 hours of research on a subject and then compare it to another thing. Or seriously go almost out of my way to like talk about things. But hate's hate. And that's what most things lead to. Besides, there's literally people who just subscribe to other
I'm
stuff
in, Tenno.
and then literally
This
just
will
be
take a
like,
moment.
I'm gonna freaking
Watch
dislike this
yourself.
video.
Grenier are on
And
the way.
no one's gonna stop me. And if you don't believe me, watch. There's like people who literally subscribe to some shit
Alarm
to some stuff
successfully
on
hacked.
YouTube,
The
and
location is
you can look it
returning
up
to normal
yourself. Just pick
security
any
levels.
video, subscribe to that channel, watch when the day is, watch when it exactly comes out. Just know the timing when it comes out, and once you do that, there's gonna be like 2 dislikes or like 4. There's always gonna be people who hate
Still
for the
working on it.
stupidest reasons.
Continue to defend.
And I don't get it myself. But heck, that's what most things lead to, and that's why the discussion about anime dub versus sub isn't really irrelevant to it. But it's up to you, the viewers. You decide who wins. You guys decide which one's better or not. And I know half of you will make the right choice, or all of you. If you hate it, well, too bad. If you like it, good for you. And I hope to see you buy some stuff from
Area completed.
the people who
Move
does the
on.
English version of it. But I guess there's like 1 more minute before this video ends, so I'll
You've been
get
seen.
down to the
Ready
point.
your weapon.
I love every person who support this channel. And I want to thank my friends
Alarms have been reset.
who does the editing. By that I mean Takashi. Takashi is the one who edits, so anyone who wants to give a little like for him or put a comment saying, thank you Takashi, you're the best. I appreciate it in any way. Every way.
Terminal spotted.
But
Upload
thanks for
me and
watching
prepare to
my
defend.
video, and there's probably gonna be another one uploaded soon. So yeah. Oh, and I will take to mention that anything that I say or will be like you guys will be using it against me, I will say this: chicken butt. Yeah, because I'm carefree and your opinions matter to me. Hate or likes, chicken butt. Why? Chicken butt. That's the reason. Chicken butt. But I guess the video is gonna end soon. And all I can say is I love every single person. And I hope you come back for another video soon or later. Probably. But I guess this is goodbye. Okay. This is goodbye. Well, Bye. See you later. Next video. You should
I
click
need
on it.
access to a